All right, everyone, let's talk about a topic that can ignite some strong feelings. How to make a narcissist regret their actions. Now, I know this sounds intense, but hear me out. This isn't about revenge or playing games. It's about reclaiming your power and taking control of your own life. First, let's get real. Narcissists thrive on attention and validation. They often manipulate and use people for their own gain, leaving a trail of emotional chaos in their wake. If you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you know how draining it can be. You might feel belittled, used, or even invisible. But here's the kicker. You have the power to flip the script. Here's the truth. The best way to make a narcissist regret losing you is to stop giving them any power over your life. It's not about revenge. It's about reclaiming yourself. Narcissists thrive on control, attention, and validation. They need to feel important. So the moment you detach, the moment you stop feeding their ego, that's when they start to feel the loss. The first step, go completely no contact. Going no contact is one of the most powerful strategies for making a narcissist regret losing you. It's not about revenge. It's about reclaiming your power and protecting your peace. Narcissists thrive on attention and control. They manipulate, gaslight, and drain your emotional energy to keep you under their influence. By cutting off all communication, you deny them the very thing they crave, your attention. And nothing frustrates a narcissist more than losing control over someone they thought they could manipulate forever. No contact means no calls, no texts, no social media interactions, and no accidental meetings. It's complete detachment. This isn't easy, especially if you're emotionally tied to them or hoping they'll change. But here's the truth. Narcissists rarely change. They don't have epiphanies or moments of self-awareness where they suddenly realize how much they've hurt you. They only feel regret when they lose control over you, when they can no longer manipulate you for their benefit. When you go no contact, they're forced to confront the fact that they're no longer a priority in your life. This hits their ego hard. Narcissists are obsessed with their self-importance. They see people as extensions of themselves, tools to boost their self-esteem. When you remove yourself from their life, it challenges their sense of importance. They start questioning why they no longer have power over you. And this realization can be a crushing blow to their ego. But going no contact isn't just about hurting their pride. It's about healing yourself. Narcissists are masters of emotional manipulation. They know how to push your buttons, trigger your insecurities, and make you question your worth. By cutting off all communication, you create space to heal. You break free from their toxic influence, giving yourself the chance to rebuild your confidence and self-esteem. You begin to see the situation clearly, without their manipulative narrative clouding your judgment. It's important to stay firm in your decision. Narcissists are persistent. They'll use every trick in the book to break your resolve. They'll try to guilt trip you, play the victim, or even pretend they've changed. Don't fall for it. Remember, their apologies are usually just tactics to regain control. They're not genuinely sorry, they just hate losing. And once they realize they can't manipulate you anymore, they'll likely move on to their next target. No contact is a statement of self-worth. It's saying, I deserve better than this toxic cycle. It shows them that you won't tolerate their abuse, no matter how hard they try to reel you back in. This is where the regret sets in. They realize they've lost someone they could no longer control, someone who saw through their facade and chose themselves over the toxic relationship. By going no contact, you take away their power and reclaim your own. You show them that they're no longer the center of your world. And that realization is something narcissists can't stand. It forces them to confront their own insecurities and inadequacies without the comfort of having you around to manipulate. That's how you make a narcissist truly regret losing you. Next, work on yourself relentlessly. Focusing on self-growth is the ultimate way to reclaim your power and make a narcissist regret losing you. Narcissists thrive on control and manipulation, feeding off your insecurities and dependence. The last thing they expect is for you to rise above the chaos they created and transform into the best version of yourself. But that's exactly what self-growth allows you to do. It's not about revenge. It's about choosing yourself, your happiness, and your future. By investing in your own development, you break free from their grip and show them that their attempts to diminish you failed. Self-growth starts with emotional healing. Narcissists are masters of emotional manipulation. They gaslight you, blame you, and make you question your worth. It's time to rebuild that emotional foundation. Prioritize self-care, seek therapy if needed, and engage in practices that help you heal, like mindfulness and journaling. Reconnect with your emotions, understand your triggers, and learn to set healthy boundaries. When you heal emotionally, you become immune to their attempts to guilt trip or manipulate you. You reclaim your emotional independence, and nothing unsettles a narcissist more than realizing they no longer have power over your feelings. Intellectual growth is another crucial pillar. Narcissists thrive on making you feel inferior and insignificant. They downplay your achievements, belittle your intelligence, and try to keep you from reaching your potential. Break free from this narrative by expanding your knowledge and skills. Learn something new, whether it's a professional course, a hobby, or a language. Challenge yourself to grow intellectually and build confidence in your abilities. As you achieve more and grow smarter, the narcissist is forced to face the reality that you are thriving without them. It contradicts their belief that you were nothing without their validation. Physical growth also plays a powerful role. Narcissists often attack your self-effusion, making you feel unattractive or unworthy. This is their way of controlling you, ensuring that you rely on them for validation. Take back that power by prioritizing your physical health and well-being. Exercise regularly, eat healthily, and engage in activities that make you feel strong and confident. When you take care of your body, you not only feel better, but also break free from their narrative of inadequacy. They see you glowing with confidence and realize that their words no longer define your self-worth. Building an independent life is the ultimate act of self-growth. Narcissists isolate you, making you dependent on them for social interaction and emotional support. Break that cycle by creating a rich, fulfilling life outside of their influence. Reconnect with friends, engage in social activities, and pursue passions that bring you joy. Travel, explore new experiences, and immerse yourself in hobbies that excite you. When the narcissist sees you enjoying life without them, it shatters their illusion of importance. It makes them question their significance, and that realization hits their ego hard. Financial independence is another game changer. Narcissists often use financial control to keep you dependent. By building financial stability through career advancement, smart investments, or even side hustles, you break free from that control. You gain the freedom to make decisions without worrying about their influence or manipulation. Financial independence not only empowers you, but also makes them realize that you no longer need them. It challenges their belief that you were reliant on them for security and stability. Finally, focus on self-discovery. Narcissists confuse your sense of identity by projecting their insecurities onto you. They make you question your values, desires, and beliefs, leaving you feeling lost and uncertain. Reclaim your identity by exploring who you truly are. Engage in self-reflection, journaling, and personal development. Discover your passions, dreams, and purpose. The more you reconnect with yourself, the less power they have over you. They realize that they no longer define your reality, and that loss of control unsettles them deeply. Self-growth isn't about seeking revenge or making them suffer. It's about rising above the pain they caused and choosing to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's about proving to yourself that you are more than their narrative of inadequacy. As you grow, thrive, and shine, they are left with the undeniable truth that they couldn't break you. They see you living your best life, achieving your goals, and radiating confidence, and they realize they can't take credit for it. That's the ultimate regret. Heal the wounds they created. Healing and moving forward is a powerful way to make a narcissist regret losing you. Narcissists feed off pain and chaos. They thrive on seeing you stuck, hurt, and broken because it validates their sense of superiority and control. But when you choose to heal and move forward, you break free from their grip. You show them that their attempts to destroy your spirit failed. It's not about revenge or playing games. It's about reclaiming your life, finding peace, and proving that they no longer have power over you. The healing journey starts with acceptance. Accept that the narcissist won't change. Accept that you won't get closure from them because narcissists rarely admit fault or apologize sincerely. Waiting for them to acknowledge the pain they caused keeps you trapped in a cycle of hope and disappointment. Instead, give yourself the closure you need. Acknowledge your feelings of hurt, anger, and betrayal. Don't suppress them or pretend they don't exist. Allow yourself to grieve the loss, even if it means letting go of someone who never truly valued you. By accepting the reality of who they are and what they did, you free yourself from the fantasy of who you wanted them to be. Self-forgiveness is another crucial step in healing. Narcissists are masters of manipulation. They make you question your worth, your intelligence, and your choices. It's easy to blame yourself for falling into their trap, for staying too long, or for believing their lies. But self-blame only keeps you tied to the past. Forgive yourself for not knowing better at the time. Recognize that you were doing the best you could with the information and emotional capacity you had. Let go of the shame and guilt. By forgiving yourself, you reclaim your power and give yourself permission to grow beyond the experience. Rebuilding your self-esteem is essential. Narcissists deliberately break down your confidence to make you dependent on their validation. It's time to take back that power. Start by challenging the negative beliefs they planted in your mind. Surround yourself with supportive people who genuinely value you. Engage in activities that make you feel accomplished and proud. Reclaim your identity by reconnecting with your passions, hobbies, and dreams. As you rebuild your confidence, you demonstrate to the narcissist, and more importantly to yourself, that their words and actions don't define your worth. Moving forward also involves setting and maintaining strong boundaries. Narcissists are notorious for trying to re-enter your life, especially when they sense you're healing. They may use manipulation tactics like guilt tripping, playing the victim, or love bombing to reel you back in. Don't fall for it. Protect your peace by setting firm boundaries. This might mean blocking them on social media, avoiding mutual circles, or refusing to engage in arguments. Boundaries aren't about punishing them. They're about safeguarding your emotional well-being. By standing firm in your boundaries, you show them that their control over you is gone. You teach them that you will no longer tolerate their manipulation. Focus on building a fulfilling life that doesn't revolve around them. Narcissists want you to stay stuck in the past, constantly replaying old conversations and reliving the hurt. Break free from that cycle by investing in your present and future. Pursue your passions, set new goals, and embrace new experiences. Travel, learn a new skill, or engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. The more you thrive, the less relevance they have in your life. They realize that they were just a chapter, not the whole story. And that realization makes them regret losing you because they can't stand the idea of you being happy without them. Healing also means rediscovering love, not necessarily with another person, but within yourself. Narcissists drain you emotionally, leaving you feeling unworthy of love and affection. Rebuild that love by practicing self-compassion and self-care. Treat yourself kindly, honor your needs, and prioritize your mental and emotional health. Learn to trust yourself again, to listen to your intuition, and to follow your heart. When you love yourself fully, you become immune to their manipulation because you no longer seek validation from them or anyone else. Finally, the most powerful way to heal and move forward is to let go of resentment. Narcissists expect you to hold on to bitterness because it keeps you emotionally connected to them. But resentment only hurts you, not them. Release the anger, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. When you let go, you free yourself from their influence completely. You live a life filled with joy, purpose, and love, things they can never truly experience because they're trapped in their own toxic patterns. Healing and moving forward isn't about making them suffer or getting revenge. It's about choosing freedom, happiness, and growth. It's about proving to yourself that you are stronger than the pain they caused. It's about showing them that they failed to break you, and that is the ultimate regret. Now, here's a powerful move. Stop defending yourself. One of the most powerful ways to make a narcissist regret losing you is to stop defending yourself. Narcissists thrive on drama and conflict. They want you to feel misunderstood, invalidated, and desperate to prove your point. When you defend yourself, you play right into their hands, giving them the power to twist your words, manipulate your emotions, and maintain control over you. By choosing not to defend yourself, you disrupt their cycle of manipulation and reclaim your emotional freedom. Narcissists are masters of projection. They blame you for everything, even when they are at fault. They accuse you of being too sensitive, too dramatic, or too selfish. Their goal is to make you doubt yourself, question your perceptions, and feel the need to explain your thoughts and actions. But no matter how logically or calmly you present your side, they will never acknowledge it. They don't care about the truth. They care about winning. They care about maintaining control and feeding their ego. When you defend yourself, you give them the validation they crave. You show them that their words still affect you, that they still have emotional power over you. It becomes a never-ending cycle of arguing, explaining, and justifying, with no resolution in sight. The narcissist thrives on this because it keeps you emotionally invested and entangled in their web of manipulation. The more you try to defend yourself, the more they gaslight you, making you feel confused and powerless. To break free from this cycle, you must recognize that you don't owe them an explanation. You don't have to justify your feelings, choices, or actions, especially not to someone who deliberately misunderstands you. When they accuse you of something that isn't true, respond with silence or a simple statement like, "I see it differently." Don't engage in a debate. Don't explain yourself. Just state your perspective and leave it at that. This approach drives them crazy because they can't twist your words if you don't give them any to twist. By refusing to defend yourself, you set a boundary that they cannot cross. You show them that you are no longer willing to participate in their manipulative games. You deny them the emotional reaction they seek, which leaves them feeling powerless. Narcissists hate feeling powerless because their sense of worth is built on controlling others. When you stop defending yourself, you strip away their control and force them to confront their own insecurities, something they desperately avoid. It's important to understand that this isn't about letting them win the argument. It's about choosing your peace over their chaos. It's about preserving your emotional energy for people and situations that truly matter. When you stop defending yourself, you stop wasting time on someone who has no interest in understanding you. You free yourself from their toxic influence and redirect your focus toward healing, growth, and self-love. You may worry that by not defending yourself, they'll spread lies or turn others against you. Let them. People who truly know you won't believe the narcissist's distortions. And those who do believe it were never truly on your side to begin with. You don't need to defend yourself to people who are easily manipulated by lies. Your actions, character, and integrity will speak louder than any smear campaign the narcissist could launch. When you stop defending yourself, you also regain your emotional independence. Narcissists want you to feel dependent on their approval and validation. They want you to need them to see your perspective. But by choosing not to defend yourself, you break free from that dependency. You show them that their opinion of you no longer defines your self-worth. You prove that you don't need their understanding or acceptance to feel confident in who you are. This emotional independence is powerful because it makes you immune to their attempts to control you. They can criticize you, blame you, or insult you, but it no longer affects you because you no longer seek their approval. They realize that they can't manipulate you anymore, and that realization fills them with regret. They regret losing the power they once had over you. They regret losing the ability to control your emotions and decisions. By not defending yourself, you also demonstrate a level of maturity and strength that they can't reach. Narcissists are emotionally stunted individuals who rely on conflict and chaos to feel important. When you rise above their pettiness, you show them that they are not worth your time or energy. You show them that you are on a different level, one where peace, self-respect, and emotional freedom exists. And nothing makes a narcissist feel more insignificant than realizing they no longer matter to you. In the end, the greatest way to make a narcissist regret losing you is to live your life without needing their validation, without reacting to their manipulations, and without defending yourself against their false narratives. When you stop defending yourself, you take away their power, their control, and their relevance. You show them that they are no longer a central figure in your story. And that is the kind of regret they can't escape. Oh, and one more thing, show up with confidence. One of the most effective ways to make a narcissist regret losing you is to show unshakable confidence. Narcissists are drawn to people they can control and manipulate. They feed off insecurity, self-doubt, and emotional dependence. But when you display unshakable confidence, you shatter their illusion of power and reveal that they no longer have a hold on you. It's the ultimate way to reclaim your strength and make them realize what they've lost. Confidence isn't about arrogance or acting superior. It's about knowing your worth and standing firm in who you are, regardless of their opinions or attempts to undermine you. Narcissists thrive on making you question yourself. They use gaslighting, criticism, and manipulation to erode your self-esteem because it keeps you dependent on their validation. But when you show them that you no longer need their approval, they lose the control they once wielded. It drives them crazy because they can no longer dictate how you see yourself or your value. Start by affirming your worth every day. Remind yourself that your value is not determined by their validation or acceptance. Recognize your strengths, celebrate your achievements, and embrace your flaws without apology. And confidence comes from accepting yourself fully, imperfections and all. Narcissists will try to exploit your insecurities, but when you own them, they lose their power to use them against you. When they see that you are unapologetically yourself, it creates a sense of regret because they realize they no longer have the ability to manipulate you emotionally. Another key aspect of unshakable confidence is maintaining your boundaries. Narcissists are notorious for overstepping boundaries and testing limits. They want to see if they can still control your actions, emotions, and decisions. But when you stand firm and enforce your boundaries without fear or hesitation, they are forced to face the reality that you are no longer under their influence. They can no longer dictate how you live your life or how you react to their attempts to provoke you. This realization makes them regret losing the power they once held over you. Confident body language is another powerful tool. Hold your head high, maintain eye contact, and carry yourself with poise. Don't shrink or make yourself small around them. Your posture and demeanor should communicate self-assurance and strength. Narcissists are used to seeing you uncertain, anxious, or intimidated. When you show up as someone who is self-assured and unfazed by their presence, it challenges their perception of you and makes them question their own influence. They realize that they no longer have the ability to make you feel inferior or insignificant. It's also crucial to pursue your goals and dreams unapologetically. Narcissists want you to feel dependent on them for happiness and fulfillment. They want to be the center of your world. But when you pursue your passions, build your career, and create a life that excites you without their involvement, it shows them that you are thriving without them. They begin to realize that they were not as indispensable as they thought. Watching you succeed and find joy without them triggers feelings of regret and insecurity because they can no longer take credit for your achievements. Confidence also involves emotional independence. Narcissists rely on your emotional reactions to feel powerful. They want to see you upset, frustrated, or hurt because it validates their control over you. But when you remain calm and composed, refusing to give them the emotional drama they crave, it frustrates them. They realize they can no longer manipulate your feelings or provoke you into reacting. Your emotional detachment makes them regret losing the control they once had over your state of mind. Finally, unshakable confidence is about moving on with dignity and grace. Don't engage in revenge tactics or attempts to make them jealous. That only shows that they still matter to you. Instead, focus on building a life that brings you genuine happiness, surrounded by people who respect and value you. When they see that you've moved on without bitterness, that you are at peace with yourself, and that you are living fully, it fills them with regret. They realize that they lost someone who was capable of great strength, resilience, and growth. In the end, the most powerful way to make a narcissist regret losing you is to show them that their attempts to break you have failed. You are stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever before. They realize that they did not diminish your worth. They only highlighted your resilience. And that realization is something they will have to live with long after you've moved on and continued to thrive. One of the most powerful ways to make a narcissist regret losing you is to live well and move on. Narcissists thrive on control, attention, and the ability to influence your emotions. They want to believe that you can't live without them, that you're stuck in pain and longing for their presence. But when you live well, truly thriving and finding happiness without them, it shatters that illusion and leaves them questioning their own importance. Moving on is the ultimate revenge because it shows that their absence hasn't impacted your ability to live a full, joyful life. Living well starts with prioritizing your happiness. This means letting go of any bitterness or resentment you may feel toward the narcissist. Holding on to anger or seeking revenge only keeps you tied to them emotionally, giving them power they no longer deserve. Instead, focus on healing and nurturing your emotional well-being. Surround yourself with positive influences, friends who genuinely care, activities that bring you joy, and experiences that help you grow. By choosing to focus on the good in your life, you're indirectly showing the narcissist that they are no longer the center of your universe. This realization alone can make them regret losing the influence they once had over you. Take charge of your own growth. Invest in yourself by learning new skills, pursuing your passions, and setting meaningful goals. Whether it's advancing your career, starting a new hobby, or prioritizing your health, every step you take towards self-improvement makes a statement. Narcissists expect you to be stuck in the past, dwelling on the hurt they caused. But when they see you evolving and becoming a better version of yourself without them, it shakes their sense of superiority. It forces them to confront the fact that you are thriving without their approval or validation. Social connections are another crucial aspect of living well. Narcissists often try to isolate you or create a sense of dependency, making you believe that no one else can love or understand you. Prove them wrong by surrounding yourself with supportive, loving people who uplift you. Build a strong social network, reconnect with old friends, and meet new people who appreciate your authenticity. Participate in community activities, join social groups, or engage in meaningful conversations that inspire growth. When the narcissist sees you surrounded by genuine connections, it triggers feelings of insecurity and regret because they realize they no longer have the power to control your relationships. Living well also means achieving inner peace. Narcissists thrive on drama, chaos, and emotional turmoil. They want you to be constantly upset, overthinking their actions, or longing for closure, but when you find peace within yourself, free from their emotional manipulation, it robs them of their power. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or journaling to process your emotions in a healthy way. Release any lingering anger or sadness and allow yourself to fully heal. When you radiate peace and contentment, it frustrates the narcissist because they can no longer provoke emotional reactions from you. It shows them that their attempts to break you have failed, leaving them to face their own insecurities and regrets. Success is another form of living well. Narcissists want to believe that you can't succeed without them, that you needed them to achieve your dreams. But when you pursue your goals relentlessly and achieve success on your own terms, It challenges their perception of superiority. Whether it's getting a promotion, starting a business, or pursuing creative passions, every accomplishment serves as proof that you are thriving without them. It forces them to confront the reality that they were never as indispensable as they believed. Watching you succeed triggers a sense of loss because they realize they no longer have the ability to take credit for your achievements. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of living well is moving on with dignity and grace. Don't engage in petty arguments, revenge tactics, or attempts to make them jealous. That only shows that they still matter to you. Instead, live authentically with integrity and self-respect. Maintain your boundaries, protect your peace, and refuse to be dragged into their manipulative games. When they see that you've moved on without drama or bitterness, it makes them question their significance in your life. It leaves them with the uncomfortable realization that they were not as impactful as they thought. Moving on doesn't mean forgetting the past or pretending it didn't happen. It means accepting the lessons learned, growing from the experience, and choosing to live fully in the present. By focusing on your own happiness, growth, and success, you demonstrate strength, resilience, and independence. You show the narcissist that their attempts to break you have only made you stronger. And that realization that you are thriving without them is the ultimate regret they'll have to live with. In conclusion, making a narcissist regret their behavior isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming your power and prioritizing yourself. By detaching emotionally, setting boundaries, focusing on personal growth, documenting experiences, empowering yourself, and potentially walking away, you send a clear message. So let's rise above the chaos. Let's show everyone around us that we refuse to be victims of manipulation. Take back control of your life and watch how everything changes for the better. Thank you.